Hey, my name is Marcel Duits, and I am with Dubrink. We are a leading CBAM platform in the European Union with over 1,500 companies connected to our platform. I would like to show you that you as a supplier can provide CBAM data to your importers, to all your importers in the European Union in just a few minutes. At this moment, we are in the Dubrink portal. You can find the portal via portal.dubrink.com, and if you would like to register, you can go to /register. This is the importer site, and the importer has entered several imports. The next step is that the importer checks if the items entered are CBAM goods or not. In this case, 2 items are no CBAM goods and 3 items are CBAM goods, and we will send them to the supplier, which is in this case you. If I now switch to the side of the supplier, you'll notice that we would enter your environment. Note that the platform is in 27 languages, including Chinese, Turkish, Italian, French, etc. When you enter the platform for the first time, you always have a Dubrink onboarding video explaining how the software works. However, for most companies, it only takes a few minutes to provide the data, and I can show you how. If you receive a data request, and I would advise you to check every month if there are requests in your data box, you can do the following. You can mention that there's no data available. You have the option to ask for factory assistant, but if you're not interested in that, like this, you can say, look, dear importer, I have no CBAM data. Another option is to connect a sub-supplier in the platform, and then we ask your sub-supplier to provide the same data. Like this, the data providing amongst the supply chain is totally automated. The other two options is platform calculated data. I will not go into detail at the moment, but it is possible to calculate your emissions of CBAM for free in our platform. The most used option is external data, and that is why it will only take you a few minutes to provide your data, not just to that one importer, but to all your importers in the European Union. All you need to do is the following. You enter the process and its name, the CN code, you mention what is your installation name, and you add the direct emissions, the indirect emissions, and the embedded electricity. And if you like, you can then attach some proof, for example, from a consultant that already calculated these emissions in the platform. If I go back to data request, the only thing you need to do is the following. You go to external data and you select your process. You can ignore all these demo processes which I made with previous clients before. But in this case, I select this one and I send it back to the importer. Like this, you do not need to send communication templates to all those clients you have in the EU. And fun fact is that if data is changing on your side, you just change the data in external data and you can continue as usual. I also send this one back. I select the process, which you can see over here. And there we go. Now, if I switch back to the importer side, which of course you can't see in case you're a supplier, you'll notice that when I remove the instruction video, which is also for them available, as I go to the import side, you can see that all the data for the importer is available. The first 2 items have been completed by third-party data. The third one was completed because there was no data available. And the last 2 are completed because they actually are exempted. These CN codes are not part of CBAM. Your importer is happy to use Dubrink, and you do them a favor by
And you
entering
do
the
them a
data
favor
report.
by entering the data
Why?
in the
Because
platform.
they have a clear overview of their cost, and they can generate an audit report if necessary. And via the reporting tool, they can report all their imports from all their suppliers around the world in one file to the European Commission, saving them a tremendous lot of time. Now, fun fact, the platform is available in many languages. So if you prefer to have it in Chinese, that's no problem. If you prefer to have it in Dutch, for example, where I'm from, you have it in Dutch. And if you speak Turkish, you can have the platform in Turkish. There's another reason why you would like to join the Dubrink platform. Importers are using our platform to forecast CBAM costs. And those CBAM costs are going to be significant. For example, on this item with 10,000 tons, this importer would pay over 909,000 euros in 2026, going up to almost 6 million euros in 2035. Now, to compare the cost, they need your data. And what we notice is that there's a significant amount of importers that do not order from companies that are not in the Dubrink platform, simply because they have no clue what the costs in the future are going to be. Therefore, my advice is go to dubrink.com, go to this green button, and sign up to become registered in the Dubrink platform. It's completely free and it only takes you 5 minutes. Thank you for listening and have a lovely day. Bye bye.